Hey everyone, Andy again here on the farm. Today I'm gonna be doing a little something different. I've got something you probably see on the channel from time to time is doing a little review on some tools we use here on the farm. Now, I've done a couple reviews in the past, but today I've got plans to get this old truck out here and try to get it fixed. I just hadn't had time to work on it. It's probably been sitting here for about I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 months now, really. But what we got is a 1989 Ford F-250. It's got the 7.3 diesel in it. It's a 5-speed, and it's still in fairly good shape. It's got some rust in it, but it's been a work truck. I've owned this truck for probably, I don't know, probably going on 10 years now. But it's got a fuel line that's got a leak in it. And what is it, Jacob? We just got Jacob's battery tractor fixed again. His battery's been giving him some problems. We got a new battery in it. Now he's wide open. But what is it, Jacob?
I'm coming to help you.
You coming to help? Come on over. But anyways, back to the story here. It's got a fuel line that's been leaking on it, and it was letting it suck air, and so it wasn't running right. And it's the one that comes under up the frame rail, and it crosses under the cross member underneath the engine. And it's somewhere right in there. It's rubbed a hole in it, and I just hadn't had time to fix it. But before we get to that, we've got to get the tire pumped up on it. And you see there, she's got a flat one. I have got some batteries up here that we're gonna get it charged with to try to crank it, but we're not going to do that on this video. Today what we're doing is we're going to see just how good this Makita air pump is. I got this thing for Christmas, and so far I'm pretty impressed with it. It does great on like lawnmower tires and stuff, but I want to see if it can pump up a big truck tire. I've only charged the batteries once in it. This one just came off the charger, so just to be fair, we're letting it start with a fully charged battery, but the other battery that was in it hadn't moved any on the bars. You can see right in there, it's got the little bars on there where you can test, and that one's fully charged. This is the 12 bolt, and once again it's the Makita air pump. Let's see, the number on this thing is, it's an MP100D. See right in there. Like I said, so far I've been pretty impressed with it. With all my landscaping work and stuff, it's always nice to have something like this in the truck where you can pump up lawnmower tires and everything, because them things seem to just go flat all the time. But say hey.
Hi.
Anyways, well, we're gonna get this thing started up here and see what we can do. Now, I have no idea how long it's gonna take to pump it up. I'm gonna put about, I don't know, I'm just going to see what I can do. My goal is to pump it up to about 70 pounds. I don't know if it's going to work that good or not. Now, you got an on and off button right here. You flip it on, and up here on the top, you can adjust it to what you want the PSI set at. So I'm going to turn it all the way up to 80. I think it'll go up to 100 or 120. I can't remember. I've only flipped it all the way up that far once. But what you do is you flip it all the way up to whatever PSI you want it set at, and it automatically cuts off once it reaches that. So I'm going to run it up to 70 PSI. I have no idea how long this is going to take. Like I said, I've just pumped up lawnmower tires with it, and on those it done good. But let's hope it pumps it up and does good with it. I got my fingers crossed it will. But here goes. Right now you can see we're only at 4.5 PSI, so this is probably going to take a few minutes. Can see the tire rising though, so it's doing something. 10 psi now, so it's going to take a few minutes, but I got faith in it. I think it's going to do it. You better not be running late if you got to pump up a truck tire with it, that's for sure. So I didn't expect it to be no speed demon, but we're at 18 psi right now. I just want to say the battery is almost dead. It's on its last bar. We're at 225 psi right now, so I don't think we're going to get 70 out of this one battery. We do have the other battery though, but let's just see what it does before it dies. I believe we've reached what that battery is going to do. We are now to 31.5, and well, I'm kind of impressed though, because that's drivable. If I had to drive this truck down the road and I had a flat tire, that is drivable. So
Daddy, is it done?
it's almost done, but so might not be a bad investment. If we put the other battery in it, we could probably about get a full tire out of it. I mean, this thing was completely flat. It registered at 0 when I put it on there. So probably a pretty little handy thing to have in your truck. Now, like I said, I got this mainly to do for my lawnmower tires, and if I got a trailer tire that's flat or something like that. And obviously those lawnmower tires, you only pump those up to about 10 or 15 pounds, and that's it. And it works awesome for that. It takes no time. But I don't know, if it's like I said, I wasn't expecting it to pump it up instantly. And I've got a little cigarette lighter, one you put in cigarette lighter air pump that probably wouldn't have been to 30 pounds by now. It's pretty slow too, but it's just something to keep in your truck just in case you have a flat tire and need to pump it up. But this thing also comes with a little blow nozzle that's clipped right into the back there. Then you got the basketball to pump like a basketball and football, soccer ball, all of that stuff up. I believe you screw that in and then screw that needle into it. So it's, like I said, it's a pretty neat little thing to have, and it was just a little over $100. I can't remember it exactly. Like I said, I didn't buy it. It was a Christmas present, and I think it was just a little over $100. So probably not a bad investment if you like little gadgets like that. I feel like if it was the 18-volt batteries, it would probably last the batteries would have lasted longer, and I wish they were, because all of my other Makita tools are the 18-volt. And so I've got like numerous batteries of the 18-volt. This is the only 12-volt battery I have. As you can see, it's down on its last bar, and it kind of quit pumping, so I'm assuming that battery was dead. Well, it was just too weak to do anything else. But that gives you an idea. Like I said, I wasn't expecting much on this big truck tire, but it did get it to the point that I can move it. I can drive it if I had to. I could drive that down the road. I probably I don't want to drive it far, but I could get somewhere that I needed to be. So, like I said, it's just a little. Thought we'd do a little review on it today. You know, definitely something I keep in my truck for lawnmower tires. I mean, even the truck tire. If I did have to have it for a truck tire, we can see right there that it works. But it's just slow. So you never know when you're going to have a flat, ever. It could happen at any time, and it's most of the time going to happen at the most unexpected time. It's going to happen at the most inconvenient time. So, you know, always a good idea to have something like that in your truck, whether it's the Makita or a cigarette lighter pump or anything like that. It's a good idea to have something in your truck to pump a tire up with, or your car, as far as that goes. But like I said, just wanted to kind of do a little review on today. This is the first truck tire I've pumped up with this thing. I've done numerous mower tires with it so far, and it's worked awesome for that. Hadn't even moved a bar on the other battery on that, but you know, like I said, those only take just a couple minutes and you got one pumped up. But anyways, that's my little short review on this here Makita pump. And like I said, this is the 12 volt Makita MP100, or it's MP100D. I think it's probably a pretty little handy tool to have in your pickup, and especially if you do work like I do with mowers and stuff. You know, like, you never know when those things are going to go flat. They are always. You pull up to a customer's yard and you've got a flat tire, and you're like, well, what do I do now? So this thing can be a lifesaver. It can save you quite a bit of time throughout the day, especially if you've got one of those problem child tires that just keeps going flat and you're in the middle of busy season and you hadn't had time to fix it. Well, this works great. Like I said, it goes behind the seat of my truck. That's where it stays. But anyways, just wanted to do a quick little review on this thing, and hopefully it'll help some of you guys out if you've been looking at it or thinking about buying one, or even needing an air pump and didn't know what to buy. You know, I haven't really used anything else except for this and the cigarette type lighter plugs, but you know, the thing I liked about this is if your mower's on the trailer, you can take it to the mower. The cigarette lighter plug, the one that plugs in your cigarette lighter, you know, it's you got to be within reach of your truck. You know, right? You got to pull right up to the door of your truck to get it pumped up. So it does cost a little more, but I've actually went through 2 of those cigarette style pumps, and they don't seem to last long. Now, longevity on this one, I couldn't tell you. We'll find out, but it is a Makita, so I expect it to last a while. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.